Gamers, the new Legend Anthology Acceleration event has likely already started by the time you're watching this video, and it's almost started for me. Really excited for this event. Last year, Legend Anthology was one of the best events we got ever in Master Duel, and it's probably going to be the case again. I mean, no max C, that's something everyone can celebrate. So as always, when we have these events, we like to do a what should you play, where I have people from my Discord send me different deck lists as well as replays that I can showcase to you to maybe, you know, give you some ideas of some decks you can play. And actually for this video, another nice tool that you're going to have, we're going to have a pinned comment below, and it's going to be a list of 40 decks that you can play, and it's going to let you know if there's any limited cards or banned cards. So if there's a deck you would like to play and you're not sure if you have like cards hit on the list, just take a look at that list, man. It's really nifty. Shout out to Morris Yu-Gi-Oh in my Discord for writing that list down. 40 decks, dude. Oh, but one thing before we get into those staples, just make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers by my birthday on March 6th, and we're less than 1,000 away, so we might actually get it. Copium? Not copium? Anyway, let's get to it. All right, so for the staples, we don't have a lot to talk about actually, because the majority of the hand traps in the game are banned for this event. Veilers at 3. I would expect to see 3 Veiler in the majority of decks. This is definitely going to be the most popular. There's no called by in this format, no cross out, so your odds of being able to stop Veiler are pretty low. So yeah, definitely going to be a card you'll see at 3. Skullmeister is one of the few hand traps that are legal for this event. And yeah, I mean, this card will negate an effect in the grave. I'm not sure if people will be playing this. I'm sure there's a lot of graveyard effects that are going to be activated, so maybe an interesting tech option for the event could be good. Pankratops, it's at 1, but yeah, this is just a really good going second card. Honestly, I think a lot of decks, if you don't know, like if you have an empty slot, you could always just throw in a Pank. If you lose a coin flip, just summon a Pankratops. Always a good card going second. Lava Golem is at 3, and there are no Kaijus. I mean, going second, Lava Golem, if your deck can afford to run it, is going to be really crazy, especially since people are probably going to be setting up some weirdo negate boards. Calamity is going to be in the format. And actually, Calamity is the reason that I'm putting Book of Eclipse as one of the staples. Highly recommend people play Book of Eclipse, because if people are setting up the Crimson Dragon plus another level 12 synchro that Crimson Dragon is targeting, you can flip it face down with the Book of Eclipse as well as the Crimson Dragon, and that way you can stop Crimson Dragon from doing its thing. We don't have a massive board breaker this event in the form of Lightning Storm, but we can replace it with 3 copies of Dark Hole, or 1 copy of Raigeki, 1 copy of Harpies Feather Duster. Let me just check. I don't think Thrust is in here. No, Thrust is not legal, so you won't be getting any searchable board breakers. Overall, power level of the format for staples is pretty low, so not much else to say about that. Let's get into the deck lists. Starting off with Seek and Pound from my Discord, who provided us with a budget deck. I do want to point out also, you can look at the left of the screen if you want to see every single card of a deck and just scroll through them. Spiders, probably your best budget option. Now, is this like a perfect list? Maybe not. Insect Imitation might look really bad, but it's actually really good in this deck, because you can use a level 4 to get into your Mother Spider Splitter. And Mother Spider Splitter is really going to be just like your big playmaker. The idea with this deck is really just to get this card on the field. She can special summon herself on the field, or if not, you can also use Insect Imitation on any level 4 insect to get her out of the deck onto the field. So she can use her effect, summon 3 baby spiders, then you can use the baby spider effect and make your dudes level 10 so that you can make yourself a Ravenous Tarantula, go into Pain Gainer, and then go into the 7 Sins, use the graveyard effect of Baby Spider, pay half your life points to banish it, summon the Ravenous Tarantula, and just go for game. Very simple deck, but very effective and very budget friendly. You could run the Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon, because these do come out at level 5 when you use the effect of Mother Splitter. So, you know, you could, but this is a UR, so if you don't want to get this card, trust me, you probably won't need it. This deck will be going for game pretty much all the time, and it's an event, so, you know, this is not necessary, but if you have it, it's a good addition to the deck. With that being said, let's get into the replay. All right, so here we've got a replay against Sword Soul using the spiders and on the nice snowfield. I like it. So as you can see, we don't have Mother Splitter in hand, and we are going second. Our deck is pretty much dedicated to going second. Our opponent is playing Sword Soul. They're going to go for the Moye. Moye reveal Iris, and then summon a token. Make Shishao. Shishao, use the effect of Moye, get a draw, get a search. They're just searching Blackout and Setting, which is really not great, but okay. Either way, we're going to draw into Dragon Bite here. So we're going to start with a Dragon Twister, discarding our Gokipole to pop the back row, and then we get to use the effect of Gokipole in the grave to search our shiny Black Sea Squatter, summon it, and pop the Shishao. Then we can normal Resonance Insect and go into Bee Trooper Armorhorn. Resonance Insect can then search our Spider Splitter. This is a really neat play. You go Armorhorn for the second normal summon and just tribute summon the Splitter. Splitter effect, summon 3 baby spiders from your hand or deck. Then you can use 1 baby spider effect to make your baby spiders level 10. And after that, you can go into your Ravenous Tarantula, followed by using it to make a Pain Gainer, followed by using it to make the 7 Sins. 7 Sins has 4,000 attack, but you can use baby spider in the grave, banish it, pay half your life points to attach this material and summon it. And then we have all we need to go for game. Really, really cool deck. Pretty silly strategy, but I mean, if you wanted a budget deck, that'll help you go for game quickly. And it's also just really fun to play, and then I think this is a good pick. Next up here, can't have a What Should Maz Play without a Maz deck. So shout out Mazinger in the Discord, and we have here the TGs adapted for the event. This build is looking really interesting, using the Lamia as well as the Kelper. You have the Dirac Aeolo to summon off of Miscellaneousaurus if you already have Booster Raptor, which is a level 1 dinosaur, by the way. So really interesting what we're using here to get our level 1s on the field to be able to take advantage of Rocket Salamander and set up a Calamity Lock. This deck is really awesome. I can't wait to look at the replay. Honestly, I think this might be one of the best decks. I don't think it's going to be the best deck. I'm going to show you what I think the best deck is going to be. But I definitely think it's going to be one of the best decks that you can play in the event. And this stuff here, major reason why you might want to be running this. Anyway, let's get into that replay. All right, so let's see these TGs in action. We're playing Gimped TGs in Ranked Ladder. Let's see how it goes. So we're going to start with the Fossil Dig here, and they're going to go for Ash Blossom. I mean, with a hand this crazy, not really that big a deal. I'm pretty sure we can make a way. So Ash is going to negate the Fossil Dig. All cool, no problem. We're going to go for the TG Limiter Removal, discarding a card to search two TG monsters. Insane card. Normal Salamander and Special Booster Raptor. Send the Booster Raptor to grave to summon out the TG Tank Grub. Then we can synchro into TG Mighty Striker. Mighty Striker can add to our hand the TG Close. Since we already have the All Clear, we're going to go for All Clear effect. We're going to pop the Striker to search the Drillfish. Then we're going to trigger the Graveyard effect of Striker to send to the grave a TG Gear Zombie. Use our second normal summon from All Clear to go for Screw Serpent. Screw Serpent is going to bring back Salamander. And with these two, we can go into TG over Dragonar. Dragonar is literally just going to bring back everything from the graveyard. This card is insane. So you get to summon 5. Now you're locked into TGs this turn. Doesn't really matter because you can summon into non-TGs using the quick synchro effects on the opponent's turn. So we go into a TG Hyper Librarian. We go for Salamander effect to bring back the Screw Serpent, my bad. And we go into TG Star Guardian. Now Star Guardian can add a card from your graveyard to your hand. So we're going to do just that. And we're adding back the Screw Serpent. Then we can go for Hyper Librarian to get a draw into Raigeki. Not too bad. We get the Screw Serpent effect, and using the Booster Raptor as well as Screw Serpent, we're going to go into another copy of Dragonar. Following that, we get another draw from the Hyper Librarian. Use all 3 of these. We can go into the TG Glaive Blaster. Now we get another draw off of Hyper Librarian, looking really crazy here. TG Screw Serpent in the grave, banish itself to target the Glaive Blaster so that we can then target the banished card and bring it back to the field. Summon out the Drillfish, and we get to make ourselves another copy of Dragonar. Then we go for Hyper Librarian again, get another draw, and we synchro into Blade Blaster. Get another draw from Hyper Librarian. This is really insane. Set the TG Close, which is basically an Omni Negate, which is really good. And we get our Blade Blaster effect, banish the Mighty Striker and itself. And now we get to use the effect of Glaive Blaster to bring back the, what was that, the Mighty Striker? To bring back the Mighty Striker. Our opponent is playing Labyrinth, so let's see how we can do against Labyrinth. Probably not going to go into Calamity Lock against Labyrinth, so bring back the Mighty Striker, and they're going to go and set up their 5 Rainbow Magician. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. You're not going to be seeing this stuff in the event. Get back our TG Blade Blaster, and then they're going to go for Triple Tactics Thrust. Thankfully, we do have a set card, so we can use our monster effect, but boy, do I hate this card. I think it should be banned. Anyway, we go into Crimson Dragon here. And with their Thrust, they're going to fetch a Triple Tactics Talent. So I guess at this point on resolution, after we get our draw, we're going to go for Crimson Dragon effect, targeting the Glaive Blaster, just so we can probably get out the Blazer, I'm guessing. Yep. Pull out the Blazer Dragon, and we're going to blaze up after we get a nice draw and another draw. Oh my god, Hyper Librarian just generating so much advantage. That was really good. Really impressive replay. So yeah, you know, when you're playing against back row decks, oftentimes you're better off just summoning the Blazer versus like summoning, you know, Calamity, and then it just does nothing for that turn and they just activate all their traps the next one. Overall though, that deck looks insane, dude. All right, and here's what I actually think will be the best deck of the event. I think Dinos are not hit enough. They got hit pretty hard, but they're still going to be insane. This is a list from Arrowman Mike in the Discord, so shout out to you. This list is looking really nice. I mean, we're still just doing a Calamity lock here using the Transcendosaurus that we can cheat out with the Beta Evolution Pill. It's really easy for this deck to set up a level 12 Synchro plus this dude, just so on opponent's turn you can make the Calamity. We're also running to Zolkin and some really strange options. I honestly don't really understand this build, so I can't wait to see the replay. I do think it's a bit heavy on the big monsters, but look, this is not a rate my deck list. This is just a what should you play, so let's get into that replay. All right, nice green field. Arrowman Mike spent all his gems on getting 2 copies of this fucking card. So going for Fossil Dig here, we're going to grab our Royal Rare Misk. Got to make sure to get the Royal Rare in hand, right? And we're going to go for Misk Effect, normal summon the Ovi, search the baby. Then we're going to go for Misk Effect in the graveyard, banish the Misk, summon the Archosaur, pop the baby. Oh yeah, we get the pill, then we go Baby Effect, baby, summon Petite. Pop the Petite with Ovi, summon out the baby. With Petite, we're, summoning out a Meteorus. Go into a Linkuriboh, then we can use Meteorus, pop the baby to summon... Oh, I do want to point this out. To summon the Sword Arm of Dragon. You might be better off, if you're running Beta Evolution Pill, you might be better off running this level 6 Dragon. Not Dragon, I mean this level 6 Dino. Why is it called Dragon? This level 6 Dino over the Frostosaurus because it has less attack. And Beta Evolution Pill wants you to have the least attack possible because your 2 monsters that you use for Beta Evolution Pill need to have less attack than the level 12 Synchro that you're using, which has 36. So the Frostosaurus can screw you over in some situations. This is really only if you're running Beta Evolution Pill. Might want to consider a lower attack level 6 Dino. So anyway, pop the baby. We get ourselves a Misk out of the deck here. Then we're going to use these 2 to go into the Crimson Dragon. Then we're going to use Misk and Ovi to make a Magic-y Spirit Vipartu. And we can detach the Ovi to get back our Sword Arm of Dragon in hand. Then we're going to go ahead and link into Reproducus. Okay, this is getting really interesting. Go double Evolution Pill, banishing 2 from the grave. And what do we summon? We summon the Meteorus. All right, Meteorus. Interesting. If this card is special summon, send 1 Dino from deck to grave. We send the Overtext Coatlas. Coatlas can search the Beta Evolution Pill. That is genius. I love it. Use Reproducus as well as the Sword Arm to make yourself a Transcendosaurus, a Glaciosaurus. On opponent's turn, Crimson Dragon, bounce itself, and here you go. Calamity Lock. I mean, your opponent can't do anything at this point. It's easy money. Easy money. Playing against Cosmo. Cosmo can't do anything here. We can go Doodle Beast Tyranno just for funsies. Get a little bit of a Doodle Beast pop in there. And yeah, I mean, we already have Lethal on board. It's not like this deck struggles to set up Lethal anyway. So, oh my god. Okay, but you're BMing now. Now you're BMing. Now you are BMing. You do not need to BM here. I guess you're playing around Mirror Force. It's not BM. You're playing around Mirror Force. Fair enough. Double your replay. I think this deck's going to be crazy. I think this deck's going to be insane. Maybe TG is better, though. I know I said that, but I'm not sure. Maybe TG actually is better. Either way, 2 of the best decks this format, for sure. All right, and next up here from Kenny Pickering. Kenny submitted like 3 deck lists, but I only went for this one because I think this is a pretty unique deck, and it's not really a very synchro deck, but like it's literally running 0 synchros. But it is a really interesting deck. I know a lot of people like Abyss Actors. I'm not one of those people, not really a fan. It's also really expensive. Oh my goodness, 9 URs to play this deck. That's crazy. But I will say, Abyss Actors, really scary deck. Even right now in ladder, sometimes I'll get jump scared by Abyss Actors and I'll just lose and feel like an idiot. It's especially because they're very hard to read. Because, you know, you have to like click them and then take the time to like read the cards. And I think that's really challenging for this deck. So definitely a really strong secret effect that this deck has of your opponent just never reading your cards. And yeah, the deck, I mean, it's insane. They'll steal your monsters with this dude. Actually, I don't know what the hell this deck does. It just wins. So we're just going to go check out the replay. All right, so here we go with the Abyss Actors. Now, Kenny did tell me that he thinks either his opponent bricked or he just made them go first and they assumed that he was playing Mikanko or something because they just set a bunch of cards and passed. So here we go. We've got our comic relief and let's see if we can keep up with this. So Dress Rehearsal will search a Curtain Raiser as well as the Abysstainment. Then we go Abyss Actor, Curtain Raiser. Curtain Raiser summons itself. Then we summon the Abyss Actor extras to get our superstar and send to the grave a dramatic story to add back extras to our hand. Then we link into Hyper Director. Hyper Director is going to target the back row to summon it from the back row. Then we get our link summon link 2, make super producer, pop the Wild Hope, get the sassy rookie, we get the Wild Hope effect, get to search a card, and then we scale up, pendulum summon out the Abyss Actor superstar and another superstar and the Wild Hope and the Mellow Madonna, and we swing for game. Was that good commentary? Did I do a good job? Bro, I still don't know what this deck does. Next up here from F2Q, we have Karakuwho. And this deck with the Vernisils gets a lot of extra gas and, you know, just be able to get your Monster Reborns from the grave using the Vernisil cards. It helps a lot because I think all the Karakuwhos are Earth, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're all Earth. So yeah, really good mix for these two decks. I'm not super like familiar with Karakuwho either. I know it's a synchro deck that like plays with defense and attack position. They did tell me that they're running 2 copies of Karakuwho Cash Shed because supposedly Naturia Beast is banned, which I didn't even notice. Let me just... Yeah, we only have a Barkion for the extra deck and Naturia monsters. I know this deck already has a lot of gas, so I'm sure the Vernu is going to add a lot. So let's just go see the replay in action. Hopefully I'll understand what's going on that time. All right, so let's see these Karakuwhos in action. Now, F2Q did tell me that their hand was pretty bricked, so I guess we're just passing on nothing, which is, that's rough. That's rough. No Karakuwhos in hand is rough. We're playing against Dinos, and they're going second. I guess we're going to survive with the effect of the Gizmek Uka, right? If a monster is special summoned from the main deck, you can special this card. Yeah, and then you'll get another summon, I think. So yeah, that's pretty decent. So they get the Meteorus Carboneton effect in the grave here. Summon the Typhoon. Tribute summon Typhoon? You're playing Typhoon? And then they go Pill for Pank. This is the worst Dino deck ever, but also this board is incredibly based. They go and swing. And thankfully, with that, we were able to dodge getting lethaled, like instantly. And Survival End is set. And now they pass turn to us. Okay, we did draw Karakuwho at least, and now we can actually activate Urgent Schedule to special summon 1 level 4 and 1 level 5 from our deck. Go Karakuwho Cash, and they're going to go for the Pankratops, pop our Karakuwho monster on the field. But that's fine, we still get our Cash effect, and we did not normal summon yet. We get ourselves a Merchant effect, add to hand a Karakuwho Gamma Oil, and we get to go for Vernisilf, discard herself, and the Barrel to add the Vernisilf of the Mist Seedlings, and then we can summon from grave the Ninshi, and we can go into the, what is this one, Shogun Bureido, and summon out the Kunamzan. Then we go for the effect of Taniguku to summon out the Barrel, and get ourselves a Burei. Then Burei effect can special summon 1 Karakuwho from the deck, and then we can target it, change its battle position. Since the battle position was changed, we can search with Steel Shogun, and then we make another Bureido. And we're going to go for Bureido to summon out a Gamma. And then we're going to use our Vernisilf to search another Vernisilf, the one of Thawing Mountains, and get to summon an Earth from the grave. Summon the Shogun, not hard once per turn, so change the battle position. Not hard once per turn, so get another search. And now we're going to go into another Bureido. And we're going to activate Bureido to summon another Karakuwho and make the big boy Karakuwho Super Shogun Bureibu. And then we're going to use the dog as well as the merchant to make Barkion. Get the effect of Tunneler in grave, shuffling back 5 Earth Machines from the grave into the deck to draw 2. Very nice. Go for the Vernisilf Corolla. We're going to activate another Vernu in hand to get to dump the Vernisilf Goddess, and we get to summon yet again our Burei, and then we get to go Bureido, and then we get to go for Super Shogun Bureibu, targeting and target it. We banish a card on battle position being changed, right? Very good. Summon out the Barrel, and we go into another one. Isn't this a little BM? Well, I guess not. I guess you really do need to out this card, huh? Go for okay. Yeah. All right. That was a good replay. That was a good replay. How was my commentary on that one? Better? All right. And on this episode of What Should Moz Play, we also have Harpy, Wind Witch, And I think this is a really cool idea, honestly. I mean, obviously, both decks thrive off of the wind attribute. Pretty much all your extra deck is wind, so it doesn't matter that you get wind locked. And also, all the Harpies are pretty much unlimited, except for the trap card being at 1, but that trap card is one of the best trap cards ever, so that only makes sense. That card is super busted. So, look, do I think that Harpy is going to be the absolute best thing this event? No, but I also don't think you should sleep on it. I think it's going to be up there. It's going to be one of the better decks. And honestly, this deck seems really insane. Also, the Wind Witch engine is super consistent. So it's going to be really good for Harpies to have that for its backbone. So I really like it. Let's go check out that replay. Okay, let's see these Harpies in action / Wind Witches. But I like Harpies more, so I'm going to say Harpies. So we have Channeler, Card Destruction, Book of Moon, Harpy Lady, and Ice Bell. This hand is crazy. And we're going second against Exo Sister. That's interesting. I mean, I don't think our deck cares about the graveyard that much. So this might actually be fine. All right, let's see. So they're going for Caspatel here, going for the Pax. By the way, don't worry, this deck is not legal in the event. Going for Martha, then summon 2, make a Michaelis. Royal Michaelis, by the way. Michaelis, search the Returnia, and they get to set 2 and make the Magnifica. This seems really, really hard to play through, but I think Book of Moon is going to come in kind of clutch here. 2 Book of Moon is crazy. That just single-handedly wins the game. That just wins the game. So yeah, they're going to get to go for Magnifica. Well, I guess it doesn't single-handedly win the game because they do get to bounce and just make a Michaelis instead. But second Book of Moon, flipping down the Michaelis, that's going to make the game a lot easier for sure. I mean, sure, you can banish my Book of Moon. Not like we give a shit about that. Let's just fast forward here a little bit through this resolving. All right, and now into the main phase, going for the Wind Witch Ice Bell. And oh my god, it got ashed. It got ashed. Now, we are kind of sad to have Harpy Lady 1 in hand, because if Channeler discards, well, I mean, it's not that bad. Normal the Channeler, they're going to go for Goes in Match. Oh my god, we do not care about Goes in Match. We only play wins. Discard the Harpy. We can go into our Harpy Perfumer. Now we can make ourselves the Cyber Slash Harpy Lady. Royal, by the way. W Maz. Holy moly. And we can set our Feather Rest. And then we're going to go for Card Destruction. And we can chain the Harpy Lady, well, not the Harpy Lady, the Cyber Slash, to bounce the face down Michaelis, discard our Ice Bell. Damn, Monster Reborn is nice here. We get to go for Harpy's Rest, shuffle back 3 Harpy cards into our deck, and we get to draw 2 since we control a level 5 or higher Harpy Lady. Set the Imperm into the face down column, and we're looking really good here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're crushing it in ranked with this deck. It's Gimped Harpies, and it's crushing in ranked. Going for Wind Witch here, and oh my god, we get Veiler. This could happen to you in the event. This actually could happen to you. Doesn't really matter much, though, because we have Monster Reborn. I think we're doing pretty good here. I mean, this is clean. We're going to go for Monster Reborn, get back our Ice Bell, and I think Ice Bell is a non-tuner. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, this is looking a bit like easy money. Go for Ice Bell, do a little bit of burn, Snow Bell, summon, and now we can go into our Winter Bell. Winter Bell, effect, target an Ice Bell in the grave, and we get to burn for that monster's attack, I believe. And then we go into Wind Witch Diamond Bell. Diamond Bell effect, you can target 1 Wind Witch in your grave, burn for equal to half its attack. It's half its attack, okay, yeah. And then we go to battle phase, and we just swing for game. Easy money, right? Easy money. We do get to pop, clean up a little bit, do a little bit of BM before closing out the game. I mean, this is such an awesome list. I'm not gonna lie, dude. This is so sick. I think this will do, like, if you're playing this, it's going to do really well in the event. I don't have the Wind Witch cards. I might still try to figure something out for Harpies, but this is probably the best way to play them. All right, and that's going to do it for the decks that we're going to showcase today. Now, as for me, and this deck is not complete yet, I'm not exactly sure for the ratios, but I'm almost definitely going to be playing Blue Eyes this event. Keep in mind, guys, this is a festival. You don't have to play the absolute best deck that you can run that event. You can just have fun with it and play something that you like. I've always been a fan of playing Blue Eyes, except maybe in Duel Links. I mean, everyone was playing Blue Eyes in Duel Links, so it was pretty annoying. But yeah, I've always been a big fan of Blue Eyes, and now with that structure deck, making this deck easily accessible, I'm probably going to be building Blue Eyes. I'll get a 3rd copy of it for the 3rd copy of Melody, and I'll probably just craft the Spirit Dragon and work on my ratios a little bit. Let me know in the comments, actually, if you have any recommendations for my Blue Eyes list. Do what you want to do. Have fun with it. I hope you guys enjoy the event, and yeah, see you in the next video. All right. Peace.